The group is now fully aware that something is terribly wrong. After hearing strange whispers and finding eerie footprints, they realize Sam is missing. With the darkness of the forest closing in, they set out to find him, each step echoing with dread. As they search, the atmosphere becomes heavier, and the trees seem to shift and close in on them. The whispers are no longer just in their minds. They are real, and they are getting closer. The presence of the silent woman is undeniable. The once familiar forest now feels like a labyrinth, pulling them deeper into its dark heart. Each step is heavier, weighed down by the suffocating silence that surrounds them. The whispers are growing louder, and the trees seem to lean closer, watching. The forest is not just alive, it's hunting them. The sound of the group walking to the woods, their footsteps barely audible over the unsettling whispers that fill the air. The trees creak as the wind picks up, and the faintest flicker of movement is seen in the shadows. Erica, voice anxious, walking ahead of the group. We have to find Sam. We can't just sit here and wait for something to happen. But why does it feel like we're being led somewhere? Like we're not alone? Erica's voice shakes with fear as she glances over her shoulder. The camera zooms in on her, showing her face filled with growing concern. The wind rustles the leaves and the forest seems to murmur. Josh, trying to sound brave, but his voice wavers. Erica, we're all in this together. Sam's out there somewhere, but let's keep our heads. We don't know what we're dealing with. Stay close. Josh's voice is quiet but firm, though the camera shows his nervous glance toward the forest. The trees seem to shift and move unnaturally, their shadows flickering in the corners of his vision. Sam distant, his voice barely audible. Help me, please. The faint cry of Sam echoes through the woods, but it sounds distant and disoriented, as if he's already far deeper into the forest. The group's footsteps pause as they strain to hear him. Erica, voice trembling, stopping in her tracks. Did you hear that? It's Sam. He's out there. We have to go now. The camera zooms in on Erica's panicked expression, her eyes wide as she listens intently. The wind howls and the trees groan ominously, but the voice is faint and distant. Tom, looking around nervously. I hear it too, but we need to be careful. This doesn't feel right. If Sam is out there, it's not just him calling. The forest is playing tricks on us. Tom's voice is shaky as he glances nervously around. The trees seem to move around them, and the whispering grows louder, almost like an invisible presence pressing in. Josh, voice panicked, scanning the forest. This is insane. We need to stop and think. Sam could be anywhere by now. Why are we still here? We should have gone back to camp. Josh's voice breaks as the camera shows the dense woods around them, the shadows growing deeper and more threatening. The whispering fills the air, growing louder, almost like it's surrounding them. The deeper they move, the more the forest seems to change, warping around them. The whispering becomes a cacophony of voices, pulling them deeper into the woods. The trees twist and stretch, their branches reaching like fingers. And in the distance, the ghostly figure of the silent woman watches them, her glowing eyes burning with anger. The camera follows the group moving deeper, but the shadows around them seem to follow. The whispers grow louder, almost like a chant, echoing through the woods. A faint figure in white flickers in the distance. Erica, voice trembling, stepping backward. There! I saw her again. The woman in white. She's standing in the trees, watching us. Erica's voice rises with panic as she points to the trees ahead. A figure, pale and faint, can be seen standing just beyond a tree line, her face still hidden in the shadows. The wind picks up, howling through the branches. Tom, voice filled with disbelief, shaking his head. Erica, there's nothing there. We gotta stay focused on Sam. We can't keep chasing shadows. The camera follows Tom as he walks ahead, his voice filled with doubt. The camera shifts to show the trees around them, the shadows lengthening unnaturally. Sam, distant again, more urgently now. Please, help me? The sound of Sam's voice is clearer this time, though still faint, as if he's calling from somewhere deep in the forest. The group halts, their faces filled with fear and confusion. The whispers grow louder, and the woman in white draws nearer, Her presence felt in every corner of the forest. The path ahead becomes unclear, a maze of shadows and trees that twist and shift. They are being led somewhere, but not to Sam, to something far darker. The camera focuses on the group's frightened faces. As the whispers reach a deafening crescendo, the trees appear to move in unison, closing in around them, and the figure of the woman in white flickers in and out of view. Erica, voice desperate, grabbing Josh's arm. "We can't keep going. It's a trap. We need to turn back. This forest isn't letting us leave." The camera focuses on Erica's wide, panicked eyes as she pulls Josh back. The trees around them seem to shift and close in, blocking their path. But it's too late. The forest has already claimed them. The silent woman's curse cannot be undone. They have fallen deeper into her trap, and now they must face the consequences of disturbing her eternal rest. The camera zooms out, showing the group trapped in the maze of trees. The figure of the woman in white stands silently at the edge, her glowing eyes fixed on them. The whispering reaches its peak. What do you think will happen to the group? Will they escape the curse of the silent woman, or will they fall victim to her wrath? Leave your theories in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to catch the next part of this terrifying story. The camera fades to black, leaving the whispers lingering in the background. Background image prompt for ideogram. After hours of wandering deeper into the cursed woods, the group finally sees her, the silent woman in white. She stands at the edge of their path, her figure barely visible in the shadows. As they approach her, the atmosphere becomes heavier, and the air grows colder. She does not speak, but her eyes are filled with rage and sorrow. The temperature drops dramatically, and the group is paralyzed with fear, realizing this is no ordinary ghost. The woman in white is not just haunting them. She's been waiting for them. The curse is real, and the time to face it is now. As the forest grows still, there she is, standing just beyond the trees. Her figure is ghostly, fading in and out of the mist, but her eyes, those glowing eyes, pierce through the darkness. The woman in white doesn't move, doesn't speak, yet her presence fills the air with suffocating cold. The group stands frozen, the fear they felt all night now turning into an undeniable truth. The curse of the forest has come for them. Erica, voice trembling, whispering, "I knew it. She's real. I wasn't imagining it. The woman in white, she's here, watching us." Erica's voice quivers as her eyes widen in fear. The camera zooms in on her pale face, her lips trembling with disbelief as she slowly steps back from the ghostly figure in the distance. Josh, voice shaky, try to remain calm. No way. This isn't real. It's just a trick of the light, right?" Josh's voice is filled with doubt, but his hands are trembling as he tries to hold his ground. The camera pans to show the silent woman in the distance, her eyes glowing brighter as the atmosphere becomes colder. Tom, voice rising in fear, gripping his flashlight tightly. "We need to go. Now. This is real. She's real. She's been waiting for us." Tom's voice cracks with panic. The camera shifts to show his hand clutching the flashlight, its beam shaking. The camera focuses on the woman in white, her figure slightly clearer now, with glowing eyes and tattered white clothes. Sam, voice quieter, but serious. I can't move. It's like she's stopping us. We can't go forward, we can't go back. It's like we're trapped here with her." Sam's voice is low, but filled with deep fear. The camera shifts to show his feet frozen in place, his eyes locked on the woman in white as the forest around him grows unnaturally still. The woman in white doesn't speak. She doesn't need to. Her gaze is enough to freeze them in place. The temperature continues to drop, and the shadows of the trees stretch long, almost as if reaching toward them. The group feels the forest closing in, its weight becoming unbearable. The silent woman stands motionless, but the suffocating atmosphere tells them everything they need to know. She is not a ghost. She is a forest curse. The camera zooms out, showing the woman's figure slowly approaching the group. Her form is ethereal, glowing faintly in the fog, and her eyes pierce through the darkness, unblinking. Erica, voice breaking with desperation. "Please, what do you want from us? Why are you doing this? What happened to you?" Erica's voice cracks as she takes a step toward the figure, her voice trembling with fear and frustration. The camera shifts to show her face, filled with desperation. The woman's glowing eyes remain fixed on her. But the woman in white does not answer. She does not need to speak. Her presence is enough. The air grows colder still, and the ground beneath them seems to freeze, as if the curse is tightening its grip. They are not just dealing with a spirit. They are trapped in a curse that has spanned centuries. The forest, the trees, the very earth beneath them, all belong to her now. The camera zooms in on the group. Their faces filled with terror as the woman in white stands directly before them. The glowing eyes are the only clear feature of her face. The trees close in, blocking out the light, leaving them in total darkness. Can the group survive the silent woman's curse, or will they fall victim to her wrath? The truth of the curse is closer than ever. Don't miss the next part of this terrifying tale. Subscribe and turn on notifications to see what happens next. The glowing eyes of the woman in white lingering in the dark. The group, now fully aware of the silent woman's curse, realizes that to survive, they must break the curse that binds them to the forest. The silent woman, once a mysterious figure, now stands before them, her presence suffocating. As the whispers fill the air and the shadows grow darker, the group must confront the truth about the woman's tragic past and what caused the curse. Only then will they have a chance at breaking it. The ultimate sacrifice looms ahead as the group comes to terms with the reality of what needs to be done. The forest has fallen silent, but the weight of the curse is still palpable in the air. The silent woman stands before them, her glowing eyes piercing the darkness. Her silence is louder than any scream, and her presence fills the air with suffocating cold. The group has come this far, but now they must face the truth of what they've been running from all along. The silent woman's curse is not just a story. It's a reality that has claimed countless souls, and they're no exception. The camera shows the silent woman standing in front of the group, her figure glowing faintly in the darkness. Her eyes are locked on them, and the whispers are now deafening, filling the air with a chilling call. The trees around them seem to press in, as if the forest itself is alive, waiting for the group to make their final move. Josh, voice shaking with realization, stepping forward. We can't run anymore. She's not going to let us leave. But maybe we can stop her. Maybe we can finally break this curse. Josh steps forward, his voice full of determination, but also fear. The camera follows his movement as the rest of the group stand behind him, hesitant but willing to follow. The woman in white does not move, but her glowing eyes seem to pierce through Josh, assessing his every word. Erica, voice trembling with emotion, staring at the silent woman. But how? What are we supposed to do? She's been waiting for us, waiting for years. How can we possibly make her stop? Erica's voice cracks as she looks at the silent woman, her eyes wide with fear and confusion. The camera zooms in on her face, showing her desperation. The whispers become louder, and the air around them grows colder. We have to give her what she wants. The curse, it's not about her being angry. It's about something that was taken from her. The woman in white. She's been waiting to be avenged. If we can help her find peace, maybe we can break the curse. Tom's voice is calm, but there's an underlying tension. The camera shifts to show him looking at the silent woman, his expression now filled with understanding. The camera focuses on the woman in white, her eyes glowing brighter with each passing second. The group realizes that the silent woman's curse is not one born of pure malice, but of sorrow and revenge. The woman in white was wronged, her life taken before she could fulfill her fate. Her spirit has been trapped here for centuries, bound to the forest, waiting for someone to finally acknowledge her pain. The group, trapped by the curse, must decide. Can they break the cycle, or will they fall victim to her wrath? The camera zooms in on the silent woman, her figure glowing brighter as the whispers grow louder. The mist around them intensifies, and the trees seem to stretch, bending toward the group. Erica, voice full of determination, stepping forward. We'll do it. We'll give her justice. We'll give her what she's been waiting for. Erica takes a step forward, her eyes filled with resolve. The camera follows her, showing the rest of the group standing behind her, unsure but ready to follow her lead. The forest remains eerily still, the air cold and heavy. The group must now face the truth of the woman in white's curse. But it's not just about finding peace. It's about making the ultimate sacrifice. The woman's vengeance can only be broken by something deeply personal, something that will cost one of them everything. The curse has always required a sacrifice, and the time has come for the group to decide who will pay the price. The camera zooms out, showing the group standing together, their faces filled with fear and determination. The silent woman stands motionless in the background, her glowing eyes watching them intently. The shadows of the trees loom large around them. Josh, voice trembling, his hands shaking. But who? Who has to make the sacrifice? Who will? Josh's voice falters as he looks to the others. The camera shifts to show his fear and hesitation. The silent woman continues to stand still, her eyes glowing as if waiting for them to make their choice. Erica, voice breaking with sorrow. I'll do it. If this is the only way to stop her, to stop this curse, I'll do it. Erica steps forward, her face filled with fear, but also determination. The camera zooms on her expression, her voice breaking as she faces a group. But before she can make the sacrifice, the silent woman steps forward. Her glowing eyes pierce through Erica's resolve, and the air grows even colder. The forest seems to breathe in time with their fear, and the truth is finally revealed. The silent woman has been waiting for someone to acknowledge her death. But more than that, she has been waiting for a sacrifice that would finally put an end to her torment. The silent woman's eyes glow brighter as she steps forward. Her figure is almost completely visible now, and the camera shows the forest closing in around them. The whispers become a loud, almost deafening chant. The sacrifice is made. The curse breaks, but at a cost. The woman in white's vengeance is over, but the group will never be the same. They have survived, but the forest has claimed its toll. The whispers cease. The forest falls silent, and the group is left to face the aftermath of their actions, knowing that the silent woman's curse is now broken. But at what price? The camera zooms out, showing the silent woman's figure dissolving into the shadows. The forest around the group grows silent, the tension lifting, but the sense of loss lingers. The camera pans to the group, their faces filled with sorrow and relief. Erica, voice full of sorrow, as she stares into the now quiet forest. We did it, but I don't feel free. The curse is broken, but something feels wrong. Erica's voice is low, filled with a deep sense of loss. The camera shifts to show the forest, now quiet but still holding an uneasy silence. The mist begins to clear, but the presence of the curse still lingers. Josh, voice exhausted, but filled with relief. It's over. We're out of the woods. We're safe. Josh's voice is tired but filled with relief. The camera shows the dark woods slowly receding, the path ahead clearing. The mist begins to lift, and the sunlight seems to break through the trees. The group is free. The silent woman's curse has been broken, but the forest will never forget. They leave the woods, but the memories of the silent woman will follow them, for the curse was broken, but at a great cost, and the shadows of the forest will always linger, haunting them. The camera fades out, leaving the forest behind. The soft whispers from the woods are the last sound as the screen fades to black. The curse has been broken, but the truth remains. The silent woman's vengeance is ended, but the group will never escape the memories of that night. Will they find peace? Or will the shadows of the forest continue to haunt them? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more chilling tales. The silent woman may be gone, but the curse is never truly over.